the way that I see things, and I think it's kind of very liberating, is that this all ends and we all are the same and we're all going the same way. So I think it helps to kind of let go of things that you sometimes people hold on to, or even with like the 9 to 5, all this type of stuff that people really associate their worth with, it's not really that real. And I feel like if people let that go, they could actually experience life as just how it is, you know. I'm Victoria Rose, and I'm bad at interviews, so let's just get that out of the way. I am from a farm in Pennsylvania around Amish people. I grew up very conservative, and now I do social media as my job, and I kind of travel the world and do adventures. I grew up in like a very Christian household. I homeschooled myself pretty much. You know, go to church twice a week. We were all good kids. Like I have 5 other siblings, so it's a big family. None of my siblings have tattoos, but they're all kind of like little fairies. Like they don't really care about what other people think. And I don't know where we got that growing up, because we did grow up very strange, to be honest, but we're all kind of like that. And yeah, I super respect them. They're very interesting people.
What was your first tattoo?
It was this one right here. It's actually the fruits of the spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And it's still what I want to be today. I think it's a good reminder. You just like look at it. My mom didn't like it, but then she started accepting it once, you know, you can't go back. It's already done. And I used to have a lot of piercings and stuff too. So I'm glad I don't have those anymore, but those were really obnoxious. But yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of associated with people that are a bit different anyways. My family doesn't care. I mean, they're all weird too, so. I moved out right when I could, and then I joined like this duo, like doing music across the country. And my parents didn't like it, but I never have lived for, you know, what they wanted. And I know they're gonna love me probably anyways, so I just kind of just do whatever. Whenever I was in this band, this duo, it was a Christian-based thing. So I didn't really fit into the Christian community very much in terms of like looks-wise. So it was probably noticed a lot then. But I've always kind of been on social media, and I've always looked weird anyways. Aside from the tattoos, I mean, my style back then was really bad, but it was different. So yeah.
I'm just curious.
I wore very bright neon 80s clothes, and I always have had my hair usually like pink or some bright color. I don't know, just obnoxious really. I like to do a lot of inner work, so I'm thinking I probably just want attention. Everyone does. I'm just being honest about it.
I feel like there's a point where people go from being someone who has tattoos to someone who is tattooed.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you...
Yeah, probably, when I get tattoos, I get really big ones at a time. So like, I don't like to get small ones. So it kind of happened like with probably one of these ones, or whenever I started getting purple filled in on this arm. Just filling in more space, you know what I mean? I mean, by the time I got the neck tattoo, I still had quite a few on my arms. I'm a very creative person. I've always been creative. I just want to start decorating. That's just how I see it. I'm not even that into tattoos. It's just like, okay, and then I don't think about it ever again. I get it, and then it's just done. So yeah, I just wanted to decorate. I try to be a bit sentimental with, I do have some that have like a little bit of meaning, but I try not to put too much attachment to things. So I wanted a full sleeve, so this arm was first, and I got, you know, I got as many as I could. Some of them are really bad, so I like to just group them all together, because if you look at them individually, you can notice that some of them are from scratchers, and it's like whatever. But like, yeah, I just kind of built it up, and I tried to keep it kind of to my vision, kind of aesthetic to my body in a way, somehow. I'd still like to fill that in, but I don't know, it kind of just turned out to be this. None of it was planned out. I'm like, I'll think the night before of what I want to get. And
That's crazy.
We're gonna die in the end, it's fine.
No, it's just crazy, because like it all
Yeah,
works.
I thought, isn't that life though? Like, it just kind of, for me anyways, it just kind of all has worked. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't have a plan, but it kind of just works out somehow. I don't know. Yeah, but none of it's planned. I got to a point where it's just like, I don't know if I can say it, but that's what I said. And for myself, like I'm diagnosed, I have well, I guess it's not ASD, it's autism. And working a job for me is next to impossible. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do this and I'll never be able to get a job, definitely. So then I got my whole neck tattooed. It was kind of, for me, and I think probably other tattooed people, when they tattoo their neck anyways, it is a statement to, I'm going to live a kind of different way. And that's what I've always felt and wanted. That's what my family does. That's just who I am. So it's like, it's not gonna make a difference to me. It's just gonna fit in with how I wanna live my life. So yeah, it is kind of a statement. For me, what I'm obsessed with lately has been cyberpunk, because it's kind of a dystopian world where the social constructs aren't how they are anymore. And I like that idea. So super into cyborgs and robots and aliens and all that stuff that I think a lot of people would relate to, because a lot of people don't feel like they do fit into the world. And obviously I haven't felt like that either. So that's kind of what inspires me. Not a particular person or anything, but kind of just the whole general feeling of adventure and not fitting in and kind of making your own way. But yeah, futuristic stuff and sci-fi.
And the Fifth Element.
See, I have to address this because I hadn't watched that movie even before like I cut my hair. I didn't even know I didn't know that movie at all until a couple years ago. But everyone thinks that I'm trying to be that. But I guess the Fifth Element is in the cyberpunk realm. But I never tried to. I don't even like the movie that much. Like, it was never my inspiration. But I did cut my bangs after I'd seen it, but it wasn't because of that. But it is what it is now. I had pink hair, and I couldn't transition from any other color, so I had to go to orange. I had to always explain this. That's the #1 comment that I get, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
It makes sense. I get it, I see it. Yeah, I just wanted a line down my spine. There's no meaning. But I thought it would look cool because I really like the cyberpunk aesthetic. And I feel like it's kind of like futuristic looking in a way. Like I kind of want to look like kind of like a cyborg, like it's a beast. That's all I can come up with. I guess because I feel like I relate with them. The way that I've seen the world is very logical and detailed. And I feel like I've had to learn like a robot. You know, having autism, you don't learn normal social things. You have to learn it manually. So it does feel like you're taking in information like a robot. And I've always related to them very well. Robots and aliens, you know, but I think it's more of like a personal thing like that than anything. That's the only way I think I can describe it. I don't see how I look to other people. I have no idea what I look like to other people. Apparently like the Fifth Element. But tattoo-wise, I guess if they weren't there, I'd feel really naked. Like I know I would. And they do make me feel like I can express what I'm feeling on the inside, on the out, which is, I like creativity, you know, that's my main thing. So yeah, I think it helps express me more, because a lot of times I go inside myself and I can't express myself. So that's good.
Do you ever regret any of them?
I mean, some of the tattoos I've gotten, the tattoo artist didn't do a very good job, so I'm just like, oh, you should have done better. But in the end, it doesn't matter to me, because once they start clustering together, you can't tell the difference. Aside from any type of, well, no, I take that back. There's some that I've regretted, but I've covered them up.
Is that the bar in your eye?
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
If you could start all over again, would you still get the tattoos you have?
Oh, I'd have to go through all that pain again. Because I've already done it once. I wouldn't want to do it all over again. That's my only concern. I don't like to do things twice.